Breaking news for every driver watching this video right now. If you plan to get behind the wheel in January 2026, there are 7 major driving law changes rolling out across the United States that you need to know about. I'm not exaggerating when I say these changes could cost you thousands of dollars, possibly even tens of thousands, if you're not prepared. Some of these laws are already in effect in certain states and are being quietly enforced while most drivers have no idea they exist. By January, many of them will either go nationwide or expand rapidly into new areas. Whether you're a daily commuter dealing with rush hour traffic, a weekend road tripper who loves exploring, or someone who only drives to the grocery store a couple of times a week, these new rules will affect you. There's no avoiding them, and there's no grandfather clause. If you have a driver's license, these laws apply to you. Stick with me, because what I'm about to share could save you from expensive tickets, long-term insurance increases, and even serious legal trouble that can change your life overnight. This isn't fear-mongering. This is real, practical, and timely information that could literally save you thousands of dollars and protect your driving record. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is where we break down the laws, regulations, and policy changes that actually affect your daily life and your wallet. No clickbait, no fluff, no filler. Just clear, actionable information you can use before it's too late. Today, we're covering 7 driving law changes coming in January 2026 that every American driver needs to know. One of these is catching more people off guard than anything we've seen in years. Here's why this matters more than ever. Driving laws don't change all at once with sirens and headlines. They change quietly, state by state, city by city, until suddenly you're breaking a rule you didn't even know existed. And in 2026, the penalties tied to these changes are no longer minor inconveniences. They're designed to hurt. We're talking about fines that stack up, insurance increases that last 3 to 5 years, license points that follow you everywhere, and enforcement systems that don't care about excuses or context. A single mistake at a red light, a quick glance at your phone, or one drink you thought was harmless. These aren't small issues anymore. They're expensive, and in many cases permanent. What makes this worse is that you don't have to be reckless or irresponsible to get caught. Many of these new rules punish everyday habits that were once tolerated or lightly enforced. That's why staying informed now is the difference between adapting calmly and learning the hard way when a ticket shows up in your mailbox or your insurance bill spikes. As we go through these 7 changes, I'm not just going to tell you what's happening. I'll explain how people are getting caught, why the costs add up so fast, and what you can do right now to protect yourself. Because in 2026, knowledge isn't just power, it's protection. 1. Expanded hands-free cell phone laws. The first change is the one that will catch more drivers off guard than anything else on this list, because most people think they already understand it. Hands-free cell phone laws are expanding dramatically in January 2026, and the penalties tied to them are becoming much harsher. You might be thinking, haven't hands-free laws been around for years? And yes, they have, but here's what's different now. More than a dozen additional states are either introducing brand new distracted driving laws or aggressively strengthening existing ones. At the same time, states that already had these laws are increasing fines, adding license points, and tightening enforcement in a coordinated way. What used to be a minor annoyance is now a serious financial penalty. In many states, first-time offenses that once cost $50 or $100 are jumping to $200, $300, or even $500. Second offenses can climb to $1,000 or more, plus license points that raise your insurance rates for years. Repeat offenders in some states now face mandatory driver education courses, community service, and even temporary license suspensions. Losing your license for 30, 60, or 90 days isn't just inconvenient. It can disrupt your entire life. Insurance companies are also watching these violations closely. A distracted driving citation can raise your premiums by 15% to 30% or more, costing you an extra $500 to $1,000 per year for 3 to 5 years. And here's the part that shocks many drivers. Under these expanded laws, it's not just texting that's illegal. Holding your phone at any time while driving is now a violation in most of these states. Even if you're stopped at a red light, even if you're just glancing at the screen. If you're in the driver's seat, the engine is on. and the phone is in your hand, you can be ticketed. Checking notifications, scrolling, adjusting GPS manually, or holding the phone to your ear, all illegal. The only real exception is true hands-free use. Your phone mounted securely and operated by voice commands or your vehicle's built-in system. The solution is simple but requires discipline. Use a proper phone mount. Use voice commands. And if something truly can't wait, pull over safely, put the car in park, and handle it then. 2. Explosion of camera enforcement. The second change builds on that pressure, because enforcement is no longer coming only from police officers. It's coming from cameras everywhere. Speed cameras and red light cameras are expanding rapidly in 2026, especially in urban areas, school zones, and high-traffic corridors. Tolerance levels are shrinking. In some places, cameras now activate at just 5 or 6 miles per hour over the limit. Red light cameras are also tightening. Grace periods are disappearing, and even crossing the stop line a fraction of a second late can trigger a ticket. These tickets can range from $75 to $500 or more. While many are considered civil violations, unpaid fines can lead to late fees, collections, damaged credit, or suspended vehicle registration. The smart move is simple. Slow down, treat yellow lights as a warning to stop, and use navigation apps that alert you to camera zones. 3. Lower DUI limits and harsher penalties. Several states are lowering the legal blood alcohol limit from 0.08% to 0.05% starting in January 2026. At 0.05%, many people can be over the limit after just 1 or 2 drinks. First-time DUI offenses can now result in fines starting around $1,000, license suspensions, mandatory programs, and even jail time. The total cost of a DUI, including legal fees, insurance hikes, and lost income, can easily reach $15,000 to $25,000 or more. The message is clear: if you drink at all, don't drive. 4. New EV fees and stricter emissions rules. States are increasing registration fees for electric vehicles, often $100 to $200 per year, to offset lost gas tax revenue. At the same time, emission standards for gas-powered vehicles are tightening. Older vehicles may require costly repairs just to pass inspections and renew registration. Plan ahead, budget for these costs, and understand your state's full ownership expenses. 5. Tougher penalties for reckless driving. Street racing and reckless driving penalties are becoming much more severe. Vehicle impoundment, license suspension, and felony charges are increasingly common. Reckless driving now includes behaviors like aggressive lane changes, excessive speeding, tailgating, and weaving through traffic. Drive calmly. Don't let frustration turn into a life-changing charge. 6. Stricter driver's license renewals. Many states are tightening renewal requirements, especially for older drivers. Vision tests, written exams, road tests, and medical documentation are becoming more common. Check requirements early and prepare well in advance to avoid losing driving privileges. 7. Higher parking and minor violation fines. Parking tickets and minor moving violations are increasing nationwide. What used to be a $25 ticket may now be $50 or $75, and unpaid fines escalate quickly. Pay attention to signage, and take every ticket seriously. Final takeaway: stay informed at the state and local level. Adjust your driving habits now. Budget for new costs. Invest in simple tools like phone mounts and navigation apps. And most importantly, take these changes seriously. If this video helped you understand what's coming in January 2026, like it, share it, and subscribe for future updates. Staying informed gives you a real advantage and can save you a lot of money.